can have shoes in our climbing game. For ice climbing, it's just as challenging and complex as normal climbing. Aim your ice picks at cracks in the frozen walls and slam in your crampons. That's what we call those little chew spots. And our climbing product is all terrain. You can climb on ice or on rock or both at the same time. Good luck staying warm. Yes, you can have shoes in our
Welcome back. I saw my defibrillator. You got me hooked today. I'll try to catch the next one. If you want to add me, oh no, 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 no. Son of a bitch, I thought it was a real fan. Aleapa. Why are my plates missing? We're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. Interesting. Alright, ram sticks, so I guess we could head back to interchange, do some runs there. I have a bunch of stuff on streets to do. Yeah, I'm getting close to maybe just being done with this game. A lot of these quests are just going to be a little too hard for me to enjoy solo, and I think it might be time to just move on. Playing just to play is not really what I'm in here for. Guess we could try to do this one. Balaclava and Scavest on Lighthouse. Eliminate PMCs from over 60 meters away while using an M1 with a hybrid 846 suppressor and a Schmidt and Bender PM2. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm losing interest. Where do I have my guns? Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm losing interest. I don't really like a lot of these quests. Gotta shoot. You gotta be a sniper and a lot of stuff. I don't really like sniping. I think it's kind of a boring idea for shooters. You could just go to a top of a mountain or top of a building and just wait. See somebody. Pucka, 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 pucka. Yeah, I don't know about this. Think I'm losing interest, dude, dude. Oh, that's right. I can't. Shit. See, I see. Okay. So I guess we'll just do this. So I'm gonna have to bring some sort of heal. Yeah, it's gonna be rough, baby. What's up, Hound? Yeah, it's like, yeah. I still like playing Tarkov. The quests are just they're just boring. Kill PMCs from 100 meters away. Why? That's not a quest. Kill PMCs with the bolt action from 25 meters or closer. Why? I'm using a bolt action. Kill PMCs while wearing a scav vest and a balaclava. Why? Why is that a quest? That's not a quest. That's a challenge. That's not a quest. I'm losing interest because they're not. It's just, I can make up stupid shit too. I've been doing scav runs more than people. Dude, exactly. I'm doing scav runs to finish my. And it did local raid again. You son of a bitch. Keep switching back to local raids. I can't run local raids. My PC sucks, Tarkov. 23 FPS. Stutter. I'm just gonna immediately die. Because I'm near goon territory. Get ready for it. My Sherpa was doing the quest while I was shooting people. Yeah, I mean, I'll do any of these quests with somebody, so long as I have somebody allowing me to focus on the quest. I find it no fun to do these quests. these later quests, it's, oh, go out and kill people, but kill them how I want you to kill them. What the fuck? That's not a quest. That's a challenge. I'll go look for stuff. I'll go, you know, see stuff. I'll go, you know, find some information. I'll go to a new location. I'll check out new locations. I'll, you know, do things like that. But I'm going to go play how you want me to play? That's not a quest. So, yeah, I'm not really, like I said, I'm losing interest. I don't want to play someone else's Tarkov. I want to figure out how to play Tarkov my own way. I'll do your quest. I'll go look for information. I'll go open doors and find keys and find loot and, you know, like I said, I'll visit new places. But I'm gonna go. I'm using your gun, your scavas, your balaclava, your shitty scope choices. No, that's. I just don't have an interest in playing someone else's Tarkov. You know what I mean? Fences quests are annoying. His daily ad right now is asking me to find 5 sunglasses. I always find only 4, and I don't want to ruin my scav rep, so I never kill a scav to get it. The reward for the quest isn't worth the penalty for killing. Yep, that too. The operational quests are really, really garbage. I only do them if I already have this. Like, I only do the find and transfer quests. I'm not going to go out and do whatever else they want me to do. You know, extract from this location 50 times. 50? How much do you think I'm playing this game as a scav? Like, what the fuck? Like, some of the operational quests are just bogus, man. They're not even remotely good. They're just bogus. But I just saw Air Wing Marine talking about one of the craziest tasks he's had to do, which was save 20 PSUs, 30 CPUs or something like that. And like that's I was like I kind of mentioned my own little side of it, like shit. Yeah, I don't want to mess up my own little quote. Yeah, I can't get over that time Nikita said it would take years to finish their game. Max skills, max hideout, and all quests completed. I'm at 400 hours on my first playthrough and still have over 150 quests left to do, and some of my skills are still under level 10 out of 51. So just think of it that way. Times that by 5. They want me to play Tarkov for 2,000 minimum hours for a single skill to be leveled up. Dude, what is going on here? Oh, and I'm being sniped. What? My gun's brand new. Failure to feed. I barely use this thing. 88. It's failing to feed at 88. What a pile of shit. Could you imagine buying a new shotgun, shooting it 100 times, and it breaks? Holy crap, dude. Game is too tough for its own good. Dude, it's so hard. I had about 100 hours so far in Tarkov. 3-minute factory scav run, tequila gave me a heart attack. Yeah, and yeah, factory's where it's at, man. You want to get some money, you want to get some kills, you want to get some stuff done. Factory is really awesome. But God forbid you run into tequila 13 seconds into raid and you're just screwed. Sorry, you ran into the boss. Sorry. Like, what? But is there a way out? No, you just lose. What do you mean I just lose? You just lose. I know, but can I? Nope. Nope. But is there any? Nope. Nope. Oh shit, dude. The game is, it's freaking tough, man. And it's balanced for the best players in the world, man. It's balanced for the best play. You gotta have tons of time. You gotta have tons of people helping you. This is not a game for anybody who doesn't get paid to do it. I don't really get paid to do it, and that's why it is tough as shit, man. There's no denying this game is tough as shit. Still being sniped. Who knows from where? Can't even see the fucking enemy. And because... What? What the fuck? Come on, go, fucking throw it, you dumbass. Take 15 seconds to take out a grenade like a dumbass. You're in the middle of war. You take that shit out. You pull it with your thumb. You get that bitch out of your hand as quick as possible. Yeah, there's many mechanics in this game. I'm absolutely...
Requesting some ordnance.
Where? As soon as I stand up, he sees me. Where are you?
That guy over you motherfuckers! Frag out! Get down! Grenade! You are going down as all this shit! I need to reload! Got him! I'm sure he's hurt. Just die already. Fire in the hole!
Oh, he threw a grenade. Okay, I guess it bugged out. Fucking hell, dude. Her with fence rep at 6, tequila. Yeah, the bosses will ignore. Well, the bosses won't ignore you. They'll just be far more neutral to you. You can still aggro them in ways. You know, if you point your gun at them, you flick them off. If you yell the wrong things, they'll still get pissed at you. But yeah, for the most part, you can essentially run around the maps. Like, Killa, I believe, is no matter what, it doesn't matter what your rep is, he'll still go after you. Because Killa's supposedly, he's a one-man show. Now, yeah, don't quote me on it, but that's what I've kind of been told, and that's what I've learned over watching other people's, you know. Like, if you, it's kind of like the raiders or rogues on Lighthouse, where if you're a USEC, they won't shoot you right away, but if you kill them, they'll shoot you on sight for a couple raids before they lose their aggro on you. Man, I cannot believe we survived that. Granted, those are USEC, but I'm a quiet noodle in scav runs. I don't even look at tequila. If I see him, I run the other way. On scav runs, I don't even have second thought. Yeah, right? I'm good on dying. I don't need to risk anything. I'm out of ammo, which means I need to go. Yeah, see, this isn't a quest. Go into the game without much stuff and then have fun. I'm out of heals. Apparently all these PMCs have no heals. So stupid. None of them have heals. What the hell? What the hell? You see him hopping around? 1.0 already. You got a shotgun? Cool. Give me some ammo. Grizzly. Yeah, game is it's definitely the hardest game I've ever played in my life. No doubt. Elden Ring, easy as fuck. Dark Souls, easy as fuck. I've never played a harder game than Tarkov. And that's including the PvE side of this game. This is no doubt the hardest game I've ever played in my life. Nothing comes even remotely close to this. Where's the other guy? go ahead and get rid of that. Weigh me down. Don't know where that went. Okay. Yeah, I'm somehow supposed to get out of here now with no ammo. See what I can do. Gotta make it all the way across the road, up through the... yeah. Okay, so, where's the other guy? Is that him right? No. Where'd the other guy go? Is this him? Oh, it is him. I thought that was the scav. Alright. Okay, I gotta take it off of me, then I can take this. Granatas. Heals. Garbage ammo. Don't need scavs coming around grabbing our stuff. Alright, well I guess we could just do this then. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. This would still be better anyway. See, how come when I reload like that, it puts this into my backpack, no problem. But if I reload when it's in here and I'm out here, it drops it to the ground. You know? Anyone ever figured that out? If my rig is full and I reload when I'm out running around, it drops the magazine. But if I'm in here and I reload the gun, it puts the extra magazine in my backpack instead. I don't know why. I don't know if that's a bug or what, but okay, so here's what's gonna happen, I guess. So path to shoreline, mountain pass. Alright, I'm gonna do my best here. I think we're pretty much done trying to survive, so most likely die here in a little bit. Figure out how to cross the road without being murdered. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, go, 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 go. Do you not know how to fucking vault over shit? Oh, this damn game. Hold spacebar, move forward, walk. You can't vault over this. What the shit? Hold up, still holding spacebar. What? Vaulting is not working. Vaulting is not working. Yep, vaulting is not working. No shit. Vaulting is not working. Are you fucking kidding me? This garbage ass game, dude. This garbage ass game. Vaulting over medium obstacles. Hotkey. Controls. What, did you reset my vaulting? Space. Continuous. Holding spacebar. Moving forward. Oh, look, it works now. Oh, look at that. I just had to go into my controls, pause my game just to get it to work. Oh, look, it works now. 1.0 ready, my ass. And, it just took 17 days to figure that one out. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. There is a high possibility I get murdered coming up to this building. It's the only path I know to get out. Take the mountain, or not mountain pass, but path to shoreline. I have to go through the chalet area, which is where goons can spawn. Still got, yeah. This ain't fun, man. This is just hard. What? How do you hear me? Excuse me? Scav heard me down near the road. From where? Show me the situation in which he sees me from the road. I run through here, and he goes, blah, 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 blah. Where? From where? How? Scav literally hears me from down the road. They see you way too easy. Way too easy. The game's balance shouldn't be that AI is all-knowing. The game's balance should be that AI is everywhere. Scavs are supposed to be dummies with guns. Not harder than PMCs, you know, or as hard as PMCs. Yeah, I'm hoping for a massive overhaul balance to this game. There's so much that needs to be looked at. I don't know how they're going to come out with 1.0 and it not just be Tarkov still. Like, mechanics need to change, features need to change, gun balance needs to change, time to kill needs to change. Scavs, PMCs, bosses, goons, rogues, raiders all need to change. Maps need to be expanded and changed. There's a lot to this game that you know, and again, it's a really good game. It is, but there's no denying that this game needs another 2 to 3 years worth of work before it's ready. There's just too much. Yep, got stuck on a rock. Bullshit. This is so much work. Yep, there it goes. Woof, 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 woof. No callouts with 2 grenades. As soon as I run out into the road, they see me. Pass. I'm out of here. We got a couple of kills. I think we got 2 bear. Yeah, this game's fuck. It's just too hard, man. It's just too hard. Even PvE, it's just too hard. I don't mind grind. I don't mind farming for stuff, but adding difficulty to that as well, man, that's too much. You know, you want me to find 20 PSUs? Okay, I'll deal with some enemies while getting 20 PSUs, but I got to get 20 PSUs while dealing with PMCs, scavs that can one-shot me, goons, bosses, raiders, rogues. You know, we got tripwires. There's just so much. There's so much, man. So yeah, we got 3 bear that run. That's good. That's good. Holy crap, is this game hard. Yeah, Nikita talking about it's supposed to take you years to finish Tarkov. What? Years? Some of us play 6, 7, 8 hours a day. Years. You know, like I said, I got 400 hours in the game. My mag drills are still under level 10. I've been reloading for 400 hours of playtime. My mag drills should be like level 25, 26, 30, maybe 40. I should be almost done with mag drills. I've reloaded thousands upon thousands upon thousands, if not tens of thousands of rounds. Game is good, but it's not balanced at all. Not even remotely close. Yeah, stress resistance, 6 of 51. Vitality, 9 of 51. Immunity, 8 of 51. Intellect, 5 of 51. Where's my mag drills? Oh, metabolism's done. Like, metabolism is the only one that levels up properly. That to me, every single skill in this game should level up the same way metabolism does. The same way. After 350 hours or so, I finish my metabolism. That sounds good. You know, I'm eating and drinking every single raid. I'm going through stress every single raid. I'm level 6 of 51 after 400 hours. They want me to spend nearly 2,000 to 3,000 hours building up stress resistance. That is the dumbest balance I've ever... It's not balance. They don't know what they're doing. Aim drills. I'm at level 8 now after 400 hours. I'm supposed to spend 2,000 hours reloading in this game? No. No. No, 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 no. I should be level 48 right now. This should be, you know, at least level... All of these things should be level 40. Oh, no, there's my mag drills. Sorry, aim drills is level 8. My mag drills, level 7. Like, Like, bro, it takes way too long to do this stuff. Repair level 2 of 51. Level 4 of 51. I wear stuff all the time. Weapon maintenance 8 of 51. All I do is repair with repair kits. Reduces gun wear while shooting by 4%. Reduces wear amount when using repair kits. And doesn't tell you by how much. But it's like, dude, this is too much. And they're going to add other stuff to the game. Crafting. Level 5. There's nothing to craft. There's like, dude, there's nothing to craft. Hideout management level 17. I'm almost 100% done with my hideout. How do you build up hideout management? Like what does it say? Hideout management skills improved by creating items and upgrading zones in the hideout. I'm done. I'm almost done with it. So, by creating items in the hideout, well, what's crafting? Crafting skills improved by creating items in the hideout. Well, that's what this is. So, like, you already have it. You have 2 skills that are related to the same thing. So this is level 17. I'm almost done with my hideout, leveling it up completely, and it will be under level 20 after 400 hours and maxing it out. Shouldn't maxing it out mean hideout management is completed? I managed it. It's done. Now I go to crafting. It's vastly imbalanced, like severely imbalanced. Their math is so bad in this game. It's not even funny. I've never seen worse math ever in gaming history. Like the game is good, but the developers' math and balance and ideas behind it are very, very bad. Very bad. Spend years playing this game? Come on, man. That's ridiculous. Oh, and then granted, there's people that play PvP. They're not gonna be playing anything for the next 20, 30 years. That's all you get. You get to play Tarkov the rest of your life. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. Okay. Can I buy more of this yet? No. Maybe we try the M3 Super. This is already jamming on us. Unload. Unload the ammo. Let's go ahead and swap shotguns. I'm out of shotgun ammo. Rough. Already out of shotgun ammo. Guess we'll have to take in some AP-20. carry grenades. That's rough. This game. Alright, back in we go. Any heart attack successfully achieved, but I did kill Tequila in the process. Alright, alright. In we go. Everything's repaired, healed. I guess I need some hydration. Love me like you do. La 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 la. What? That is organized? Okay. Not gonna go that. So we'll just do provisions. Cheapest price. Was my first time outside of practice. I got the kill. What'd you use? Gun ammo? What did you murder him with? Oh, I do have more ammo up top. I thought I did. Okay, there we go. So we will take that in. Hopefully that's enough. CX 300 CBJ. Okay, okay. Not bad then. I'm guessing I'm just going to go back into Lighthouse on local servers, because this way I'll be able to get PMCs to spawn much easier. Although, you know what? Maybe I should bring in flash grenades instead. Maybe that would be the play. So that this way I can get the kills. Let's do that. Two new keys in the process too, and a mask I've never seen before. Lit up his arm, yeah, right? I personally don't use CBJ. I don't have good luck with that. But yeah, light up is, yeah, just hit body parts that don't have armor on it. I mean, I usually aim for like the chest, the neck area. I try not to shoot the face because he's got protection up to class 5. Unless you have high class 5 penny ammo or higher, you're pretty much going to just lose. Another thing could be you could shoot his stomach, because his stomach is actually unprotected. So that's another good spot. So you could shoot center of mass and kind of go for his crotch, his groin, his stomach. That's another good spot to shoot him. But if you are going to do something like that, you could actually use the whisper ammo to kill him even faster, because it does more flesh damage and it creates heavy bleeds, which means you have a high chance of getting him to run away from you to heal his bleed. He made me jump, so I was pretty much just shooting shapes trying to... Yep. No, I know that. Just unload on a motherfucker. Dude, they keep starting me at these crappy freaking spawns, man. Alright, we could have PMCs to our left and right. Who are they shooting at? There's guys over there. Lemon kills that run, 2 use sec, tequila, and the rest scabs. I wonder if maybe it would be best to hide inside this house. Buddy up there? Yep, they see me. Alright, so we wait. Alpha's looting around. Nice. That was that was a plan I had last night. I'm like, what if I just go hide inside? And he'll have to open the door to get to me, and I'll at least have a second or two before he gets the door open completely before he comes after me. And you could also shoot through the door too. So if you see him go to open the door, you can immediately just run around the corner, reload real quick, and then maybe get him for a second mag. Well, and for me, the funny part is, and I talked about this the other day, I rarely get a chance to use all 30 rounds anyway. So I don't even know how people are using 60 round mags. I see the boss, I dump 30 rounds into him, he's already killed me. How are you getting 60? While you're looking at him, I don't know how people do it. Yeah, my buddy would tell me all the time to bring in 60 round mags to fight the boss. I never get more than 30 rounds off. I never get more than 30 rounds off on them. Before they shoot me, before they hit me, before they get to me. I have no idea how people get 60 rounds off. My gun does not shoot fast enough before they've shot me. Maybe start bleeding, and then I gotta get away from it, you know? Yeah, very curious how people do it. I rarely get 30 rounds off before. Come on, be a human and learn how to walk. Come on, be a human, learn how to walk. Don't know from where. Somewhere off by the road, I guess. Enemies are able to see you from too far away, man. Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm running at 30 FPS. I can't see anything beyond that boat. Everything's a blur after that boat. Like, everything's a blur. I don't see anything in the tree lines. Like, especially if I'm moving, I don't see anything. Yeah, this game is definitely not for me at all. I'm playing it, but I should not be playing it. It's like having bad knees and going into a jump rope competition because I like jump rope. Like, yeah, I like it, but I shouldn't be doing this. I have bad knees. I shouldn't be jumping at all. I can walk, but I'm not supposed to be jumping. As soon as I move, come on. Here's a scab. Ran from someone.
Roger that!
From where? From where?
Вон оно пыль!
25 FPS. I'm not supposed to be playing this game. You can change that shotgun to semi-auto instead of pump. It does. I'm just wasting ammo. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's why I switched from the MP. The MP is even faster than this gun, but it's miss. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't. Yeah, me and Hound were just talking. It doesn't. If your aim absolutely sucks, it doesn't matter how fast your gun shoots. You're just gonna miss more. You're gonna miss fast. Like, I appreciate it, but it doesn't matter. It's why I switched to this, because it's slower. Running 25 FPS on a 17-year-old monitor, and I'm a racing car driver, not a gun shooter. Yeah, believe me, I would love to switch to faster shooting, a faster gun, but it doesn't matter if I just miss every time anyway. Yeah, like I appreciate the help, but missing more is not good when I don't have a lot of ammo in the first place. Yeah, there's just nothing I could do about that. Yeah, what's going on, John? Trying to get all these stupid quests done, man. I'm losing interest. I'm losing interest. Me and Hound were just talking about it. Like, I'm now having to do all the quests that I've been holding off on because they're just too hard. And it is not fun, man. It is, like, there's not a single step of fun here. I'm only doing them because I have them to do, not because I want to do them at all. I have no interest in doing these quests. All these kill quests, using bolt actions, sniping from 100 meters away, 60 meters away, killing people with bolt action 25 meters or less. Like, I have no interest in this stuff. This is literally against my my natural gamer. You know, like I like arcade shooters. Tarkov's cool because he's got real guns, but can't say I really have a lot of fun. It's too damn hard, man. It's too damn. You only have to kill the scavs on that map with the shotgun. No, I gotta kill PMCs. Where is it at? Eliminate PMC operatives while wearing a balaclava and scav vest on Lighthouse. So, might as well try to get some shotgun kills in too. Yeah, what's the other one? Eliminate scavs on Lighthouse with shotgun. Eliminate PMC operatives while wearing a balaclava and scav vest on Lighthouse. So 8 of 10, almost there. It's not fun at all. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I took a hint from your book. Like, might as well do them both at the same time. It's fucking hell, man. It is hell, 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 hell. I am trying so hard to enjoy Tarkov right now. but I'm right there. I'm at the cusp of just like I'm gonna move on. I don't find this interesting. I don't find it fun. It's too much work. Like, I'm trying to enjoy myself every day and not fucking be stressed. Like, game is just, it's just too hard, man. It's way too hard. There's a lot of cool stuff in it, but I can't enjoy the cool stuff because I'm not even good at it. You know, it's not like learning how to drive where over time I get better. Like, I'm not going to get better at reaction time. It's not going to happen because I'm old. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, there's just nothing you could do about it. It really sucks. Yeah, I'm trying. I am trying. I'm playing on local raids right now just so I can see if maybe maybe I can get, you know, more PMC kills per run, because there's just nobody on these maps, man. Ooh, I didn't even click it. What is going on here? Fucking damn macro. Damn it, I forgot about that. Fuck, dude. I'm like, I didn't even click the button. Fucking macro. All because they wanted to make a quick time event in a fucking hardcore shooter. Like a bunch of cheap-ass developers, man. Oh my god. We want you to click this button right at this time. No. How about no? Gym to level up my skill. How about I play the game? The gym is stupid. Damn, I haven't used the gym in a while, so I forgot. Went to go look, and boom, started my macro. Like, I didn't even press it. I didn't even press it. We'll try to reset. See what happens. I hear a bunch of PMCs over here, I think. Yeah, but Tokyo Extreme Racer releases on the 15th, so I'll probably be jumping on that. I think we had our fill of Tarkov. I have 150 more quests to do. I just don't, yeah, I don't have an interest in the rest of these quests. I like doing the hideout. I like looting. I like going into areas and finding stuff. I like killing scavs. But PMCs, goons, raiders, rogues, bosses, I don't have any interest in that. Playing local raids is just not fun. 30 FPS, not a good way to play Tarkov. So yeah, there's a high possibility I'll probably be switching over to Tokyo Extreme Racer on the 15th. And then I'll be getting back into work here soon, so I won't have as much time to spend hoping to get kills and stuff. Let's get out of here. We ran out here. And now that's bugged. Bring it back, and now it's bugged. Bring it back. Alright, I don't have any other grenades. Run out of here. Climb in with the body on. Yeah, at least I'm kind of surviving here. I mean, you should have saw the last raid. It was ridiculous, man. I had 4 PMCs coming at me. Somehow survived it. I don't know if they dumbed them down or something, which to me is, they're still hard as shit, but I mean, he came around the truck. I mean, he saw me. Luckily, he had to reload, so I came out of him. Caught multiple bleeds during that time. They took out my arm. Keep seeing me through bushes and shit, like. I just run away. Run away, reset. We didn't get any PMC kills this round. Need more PMC spawns, less difficulty, higher time to, or longer time to kill. Performance optimizations, balances across all the guns. Grenade animation time needs to be reduced 2 to 3 times the length it is right now. Because you're spending, it's like 4 seconds prepping your grenade to throw it. So when you press the button, he takes out the grenade, and then you got to click the grenade, and then he takes his hand out, and then he throws the grenade, and then you got to wait the 2 to 3 to 4 seconds, or sometimes 5 seconds for some of their grenades. So you're looking at close to 10 seconds per grenade in some cases. That's way too long. If an enemy sees me, and I go to take out my grenade, and then I go to press to throw it, and he comes around the corner, what is the point of a grenade? There's no point to it. So grenades are only a prep situation. They're not a situation you can utilize in combat. And I just feel like that's stupid. I got a grenade right here on my chest. I take it out. I pull the pin. I toss it. I don't know why we have to take it out, pull the pin, aim, throw it. Nobody in combat would ever do that. Nobody in combat would ever do that. I played paintball, I played airsoft. You know, I have buddies in the military. Ain't nobody fucking doing that. Ain't nobody doing that. Oh, it's so crap, man. It's gonna take 2,000 hours for me to build up my throwables. It's gonna take 2,000 hours for me to build up mag drills. Nah, that's not good. That's not good balance. My throwables should be level 30 by now. Every time I throw a grenade, it should be a quarter of a level. You know? I throw 500 grenades. I'm a master at it. Master. Done. I'm done with throwable skill. Done. 500 grenades. If you can afford that, you can use them. And then if you get kills, you get more experience for throwables. Like, yeah. I'm looking for so much from this game, but I know it's not going to happen. That's the craziest part. Dude, there was 80 grand sitting in that wallet, and I didn't even know. Damn, dude. 80 grand sitting in there. Alright. 2 more scavs. 2 more PMCs. And yeah, there ain't no way I'm bringing in an extra gun. No, no, no. Carry 2 guns, die with 2 guns? No, no. That is not an option. Buy more of this yet? We'll take 1 out there. That should be good. Kind of running out of some ammo here. Okay. So yeah, no PMC kills that round. More. Let's head back in. I think we did a little better with the Benelli. Yeah, had the MP jam on us at 88 durability. I took my M4, whatever it was, took my M4 down to 66 durability before it jammed once. My shotgun jammed at 88 durability. So we're not using that MP anymore. That thing's trash. I'm not buying a gun every 100 bullets used. That is stupid. Like, that is stupid. You know how many rounds it takes to destroy a gun in real life? The fact that I can destroy a gun in this game in just 100 rounds is bad. Very, very poor quality. Like, and this goes back to what I said before. Longer time to kill, which means we're going to shoot more, which means durability on guns would go down more over time, you know, faster. So you increase the durability capability of guns because you're going to be shooting a lot more. Because people are shooting a lot more and there's a longer time to kill, you're more likely to have to heal more often, do surgery more often, take stims more often, use grenades more often because grenades are not a one-shot kill anymore. So there's, like I said, there's a lot to Tarkov that could be really good. I think the balance being that because it's a grenade, because it's a bullet, you just die is kind of a cop-out for a game. You know? Like, in the sense, it still needs to be a game. There still needs to be something you can gamify about it. And the combat in this game, I don't think is gamified at all. I mean, if I bleed for 2 seconds, like as soon as I get a bleed and I heal a bleed, I now have to heal 7 different parts of my body. What? I literally lost blood from every single part of my body? I don't think so. The bleed should start at one limb, then move to the limb next to it, then move to the limb next to it, you know? Something like that. I don't like that you bleed from your whole body from a single point of you know, whatever, from a single bleed point. Just feels wrong having to heal 7 body parts because my arm's bleeding. Oh shit, okay, let me heal, let me fix that bleed. Okay, now let me fix my leg, my stomach, my chest, my head, my other arm, because of a bleed on this arm. Like, that's as gamified as they've gotten right now. It feels wrong. It feels wrong. Going down this way. There's water. Okay, there's no, yeah. Walls on my... Wait. Mountain on my left. That the rock that they just showed? Or is that the... So we come out. Water's rounded. So we came from there. We should be able to go up here, right? Boom! Boom! Told you. Boom! Cheap viewers, suck my cheap viewers. A wall? Where are we at? Oh, we're all the way over here? I already ran that whole damn. We're at the wall and I go all the way down. Where's Path to Shore? Okay, so we're going towards Path to Shoreline. Do I have Path to Shoreline? What is my extract now? Yeah. So, if I run across this, I would end up extracting? Or is that... Okay, that's kind of over there. Dude, we can do... There's no PMCs up until the dirt road. FPS, bro. Only heard the one. That's a USEC. FPS, baby!
Yes. Okay. Going to pick up stuff. Cover me. Fuck off. Can't fucking do.
There's 2 voice lines.
Can't fucking do. No fucking way. No fucking way. Fuck off. Can't fucking do. Can't fucking do. No fucking way.
$20 FPS, man. You see me through the window or some shit?
Can't fucking do. No fucking way. Fuck off. Can't fucking do. No fucking way.
Sees me through the dude, get your AI under control, man. Sees me through a bush, through a fence hole. No, I'm sorry. He saw me through that. A scab. Not a
no
PMC.
Fucking way.
Not a goon, not a raider, not a rogue, not a boss. A scav. They should not have these senses at all. You're a scav. You can't hear. You can't pinpoint locations. You can't see through bushes. You can't see through fences. You can't see through a fence that has a bush behind it. I just think they just don't know what they're doing with their AI. They're just testing. And I know a lot of people are getting hyped for 1.0, but I'm telling you now, it's just a wipe. It's unless they come out with something and they're the best at hiding what they're doing, I have it's just going to be another wipe. That's it. We're not going to have changes and balances and new mechanics and mechanics removed and features that, like, I think it's just going to be, hey, we wiped everybody and now we finished the story. They can see me from everywhere. Damn, dude. PMCs though.
А вот он! Вон он, блядь, ебашь его!
You guys are just silent this whole time? Damn, dude. Why don't you play PvP? Because the fucking scabs are hard as shit. I killed them all, but dude, that was tough. I only have one more flash grenade, and they're for the PMCs. Still don't know where that PMC is that I did kill. Come on, come on, come on, now touch me, babe. This the PMC? No. I hear you. What? Big old backpack. Where was that PMC at? Wait, this was the PMC, right? Wait a minute. Oh, where's that PMC at? I killed a PMC over here. He was standing near the gate. But now I don't see him. There he is. There he is. I know we killed one. That was the USEC though. So he don't count. Guess we could actually just stuff all that back in there. That back in there, put it in the single slots if it's a single slot item. Be smarter than the gamer, you're a developer. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Put the single slot items doo-doo-doo-doo-doo in the single slot section. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This is how I would develop. Do, but I am just a gamer. So basically one extract. Alright, we're just gonna leave. That was a successful raid. Finished one part of it. I have to come back in for another. Lighthouse only has one extract, really. The grand scheme of things, there's really only the one. Yeah, I truly think there's just too much work needing to be done to this game for 1.0 to be ready. There's no way they went through all the guns, all the ammo, all the plate carriers, all the rigs, all the backpacks, I don't think they went through all the scopes, all the sites. There's no way they went through all the maps, fortified all the maps, solidified the idea of the maps. There's no way they did the expansions. There's just too much. There's no way they balance the quests for some of these things. Like I said, I have a feeling that it's just going to be a wipe. They finished the last map, which is, like I said, everything's been done. The only thing we don't have in the game is the storyline. It's all done through quests. So all they have to do is add the storyline, add the last map, which might even be the only place where the storyline takes place, and everything else is still questing, and then just wipe everybody. Because like, think about it this way: they're going to be adding the point where you like escape from Tarkov, but they've also stated they're still going to be wiping PvP after release. So what is the case scenario that the game is actually going to be super, super simple as far as completing the story? And that'll be the reason for the wipes. So they said there's going to be seasonal wipes, so at least 4 wipes a year. That's every 3 months there's going to be a wipe, is what they're planning. Are people really trying to do this 4 times a year? I don't see it yet. They haven't proven to me that they've done any sort of balancing or tweaks or changing of mechanics, overhauls, optimizations. The game runs worse than when it came out. Like, I used to get 60 FPS in this game. I now don't get 60 FPS in this game, but on maybe one map. So in my experience over the last 8 years, the game's actually getting worse to run. It hasn't gotten better. They haven't optimized anything. It's literally gotten worse. I used to be able to run thermal scopes. Can't run them anymore because it drops 20 to 30 FPS when I do. That's not good. I don't know, man. I'm very skeptic of this 1.0 release because I think it's going to be the worst update to the game. They're going to finish it. The story's going to be here. The game's going to be 1.0, but I don't feel like it's going to be better. I don't think it's going to be better. I don't think it's going to be better. The fact that they got Arena, they got PvE, they got PvP, they got to work on DLCs. There's going to be a scav quest line and stuff, which means like they're focusing on a part of the game that was never meant to be a focus. Like, yeah, there's a lot to this game. I'm very worried about. Very worried. It might come out and release and actually be in the worst form of the game it's ever been in. And because it's 1.0, they will consider it completed and not fix anything after that. It's very possible. They might tweak some things, but fixing, I don't know if that's going to be in their plan. They want to get to working on their single player game, which means they don't have to worry about server performance. They don't have to worry about player versus player stuff. Nope, all that PvP stuff's going to go out the window. So if anyone's going to take the biggest hit, it's going to be PvP players. They're going to get a game that's going to be in bad shape, and again, I'm not wishing for it, but I just don't see it. They haven't proven to me over the last 8 years that the game's getting easier for them to work on or better or more streamlined. It seems like they still have trouble working on the game 8 years later. And if in the grand scheme of things, it's 14 years after they started developing this game, they're still trying to figure out how to make things work. I think there's just too much. So prove me wrong. I would love to see it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Okay, so we got the 12 gauge done for the scavs, so we can swap that out. Still need to wear scav vest and balaclava for PMCs. Excuse me. Damn, it's already 10 o'clock. Alright, I'll probably do one more run here, I think, and we'll start making our way out. USEC. Behind. Repair. Repair. Behind. Repair. Repair. Behind. Dobos, I think we can sell those. Oh, where are my stems? We're done with that. So now we can go back to our gun. Didn't have to use any of this. Well, I mean, see, that's the other thing too. I can't really I can bring in one magazine with my other gun. So it's not even a viable situation to bring in anything other than the 12 gauge with a scav vest. I can bring in one magazine with my M4. I have to reload pack, reload pack. Oh, this is rough. It is a rough one, Mr. Grinch. Oh, but I need a heal too. That magazine, get my heal. I guess we'll just bring in some used crap. We're just trying to get the last 2 kills. Alright. All away. This for 16-inch. Almost got our second thick case too. So we'll be able to save some room here in a little bit. I'll be able to transfer, I think, pretty much all of this crap into it. It's pretty big, so I think I could fit a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4. 4x4 at least in the 3s with some extras. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, I should be able to toss almost all of this in there. Everything that's sitting right here, all my ammos, my med case, my magazines, the hollow dicks, the grenades, the med cases, the ammo boxes. We should be able to fit all of that inside the next thick case. If we make it there. I mean, we'll see. Trying to, trying to find enjoyment in the game still. But it's getting a little too hard and a little too stale. There's no guns for me to switch to. There's no ammos for me to try. There's no gear for me to, like, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, if in the overall playthrough that I have right now, there's nothing else for me to do. Use the same gun, the same rigs, the same backpacks, the same helmet. There's just nothing else to do. And that's what kind of scares me about this game too, is now that I know the, let's say my personal meta for the game, there's almost nothing in this game. There's about 5 guns. There's 2 rigs, 2 or 3 backpacks, maybe 2 helmets. There really isn't much in the end game, that's for sure. Like there isn't like, oh, I'm gonna switch to this helmet because it does this, and I'm gonna switch to this backpack because it's special here, and I'm gonna switch to the So I do hope that they come out with something for endgame where you're gonna, like, you'll want to use pistols, and you'll want to use shotguns, and you'll want to use SMGs, and you'll want to use bolt action, and you'll want to use small backpacks, big backpacks, you'll want to use plate carriers, rigs, you'll want to use balaclavas and face masks and face shields and different helmets, different contacts. Like, I really do hope that they come out with features that actually provide you with a means to use a lot of what's in the game. Because as it stands right now, like I said, it's the SA-58, the M4, the MCX, and then maybe a couple miscellaneous guns for task-specific things. But there's really no reason to use pistols in the game. Because if you're going to shoot somebody, reloading to another 60 round will always and forever be better than switching to a pistol. Because there's no pistols in this game that are worth using. You know, there's no reason to bring a pistol in with a shotgun with a rifle. There's no reason to bring, the different types of backpacks in, or, maybe do a plate carrier, or, do a chest rig with armor versus doing plate carrier, because some armors do this better and some plate carriers do that better. There just isn't. So it's, I'm a little concerned that end game for Tarkov is it's non-existent. I know it's non-existent. There's nothing to do in the end game. It doesn't have an end game. There's no grind for better stuff. There's no, unlocking better things. You can enhance guns now, but I think I've seen 2 people in all my streamers that used enhanced guns. They're not better. They have enhancements on them, but it's not like you're like, man, dude, this is the shit, dude. And I haven't seen anyone with like a full player setup with enhanced stuff. I mean, I know people who are deep into level 70, deep into level 60, and they're still not using enhanced equipment. Shouldn't that be what they, like, I would hope, I'm level 49, I still have yet to have any enhancements, because I got to do just a crazy grind to get it, and then I got to be able to afford it, and then I think the enhancements aren't even that good. So yeah, I kind of go back and forth with this game. I have a feeling we're just getting a bigger wipe this time, and they're going to be able to call it, 1.0, because that they could just stamp it 1.0. So I'm, again, very worried for people that are expecting a lot, because I don't think we're getting much of anything. It's going to be 1.0 with Terminal. Terminal is a single-player map, so there's no real hype for that. And that's it. Maybe we get more weapons, maybe we get more gear, but is that gear going to outplay what we have in the beginning of the game, in the mid game, in the end game? Or is it just going to be another backpack, another rig, and it's essentially going to be preferential rather than have value added to it? Is difficulty going to change? Yeah. So again, I'm very much on the fence with 1.0. I don't think it's going to be ready. I have a feeling they could delay it. It's probably just going to be a wipe with the added addition of Terminal, and Terminal, as they've stated, is a single player map. So you'll be playing on Terminal by yourself. There won't be any group plays on Terminal. So I don't really know if Terminal is even a new map for the game. It's just a place where the game ends. So we'll see. They could come out with some shit. The game could run at 90 FPS when they release it. They could make it so skills are like quick to level but hard to keep maxed out or something. So you can get them up to level 40 pretty quick, but after that, that's where the grind becomes crazy. So you kind of have this sort of like end game play, 200-300 hours into it. And then you're just like figuring out, what do I got to do to really get my skills up there? So give us sort of a quick, a quick push in the game as we play it very early on. And then in the end game, you're grinding out those last 10 levels to get those elite perks and stuff, that should be really, really, really badass. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Have to wait and see. I already filled this thing up. Damn. Take the M4 now. Go out, try to get our last 2 bear kills. Heard that, right? Yep. Put my magazines away. Where did I put that? Storage. Maybe thick. Let's see here. Battle mag. Yeah. Where are these 3 at? In here? There they are. Okay. So we can take that out. I think these have 856A1. Yep. Okay. I'll need a way to reload ammo. So we'll just take in a bunch of 855. We're not gonna go too crazy about having good ammo with us. We just need to get 2 more bear PMC kills. Alright, that should be everything. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then we should be good to jam. And we'll just go back in loco again. What are we working on today? Poco, I don't know if you just heard my little. I'm working on an incentive to keep playing right now. um, I'm kind of I'm at that point where there's not enough going on in the quest lines for me to change anything about my gameplay, so the gameplay is getting a little stale. And because I'm kind of a meta, like I wouldn't say a meta driven gamer, but because I find a position in which like something's good and I want to keep finding like something that's a little better, I have a hard time going down from that. It's like driving a fast car and then going to race somebody and being like, "Oh, I'm not going to use fifth gear anymore because I want it to be a little bit harder to race against you." I have a hard time dumbing myself down to provide myself with a difference in my games. So I'm having a hard, like, I can't get away from the M4. I can't get away from the airframe. I can't get away from the trooper backpack. I can't get away from the AVS rig. I pretty much, out of all the grenades I've thrown, I rarely get kills with grenades, so I just switched to flashbangs now. So that if if I do happen to get somebody with a flash, I'll know because they'll go crazy and do crazy things. Whereas their grenades, I don't know if I'm killing them. Well, I'm not really killing them. So yeah, I'm having a hard time wanting to play Tarkov right now because the quests are a little boring. I don't care about using scav vest, and I'm not really into. I don't want to play BSG's Tarkov. Like, I want to play Tarkov and figure out what I gotta use to beat Tarkov. So a lot of the quests, being like use bolt action and get kills this way and use this scope and, use this rig, use this backpack. It's starting to like weigh heavy on me that I'm just not interested in playing how they want me to play. I want to play Tarkov and figure out my way to win, But a lot of the quests that I have now are, I gotta go play night raids to kill PMCs. I gotta go, kill certain bosses or, find Sanitar's bag. And, it'd be nice if that was something I did as an accumulation of playing through the game, but the quest leading me into, like forcing me into playing with certain guns or certain rigs or going to, forcing myself to go to certain maps because that's the only place I can find something is a little, I don't know. I'm just trying to find interest in the game again. So, yeah, I have no reason to switch the M4, no reason to switch the airframe, no reason to switch contacts. No reason to switch away from the AVS. I'm only using this because I have to. So yeah, I'm trying to find a new life to the game because I think I've completed it, the whole game. Other than to just do the quests the way they want me to do the quests instead of finding my own path to finish something. So it's weird. It's like driving driving a 900 horsepower Corvette for 400 hours, and then I get a quest that goes drive the first car you ever drove in the game, and I go, but I already got the Corvette now. Yeah, but go drive the the Cavalier. I'm like, well, what am I driving the Cavalier for? Oh, we're just asking you to. So how do I get more in the game? Oh, well, after you drive the Cavalier, you can move up to the BMW M3 or something, and you're just like, but I already have the Corvette. How did I get the Corvette if I didn't have to drive the Cavalier? So, I'm on this sort of like fence where the game's imbalanced in a way that you can achieve end game materials, but the quests are forcing me back to the beginning of the game. If I can get all the best armor in the game and the best backpacks and the best guns and the best ammos, and then the quests that I'm doing are telling me to go back to the beginning of the game and use pistols and shotguns and scav vests, why was I allowed to get all that stuff? I'm going backwards. I'm 400 hours into the game. Why am I wearing a scav vest? You know? Shouldn't the quest be in line so that I'm having to go from, stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3? Instead, I went from stage 1 to stage 4 to stage 6, and now I have a quest that's like, hey, go back to the beginning of the game where you started. Well, why would I choose to do that? Because it's a quest so that you can finish the game. That's not how a game should progress, though. I should have to go through those things to get to where I'm at, Like I can go into labs, yet it's telling me I gotta go kill scavs with with the shotgun. I'm like, what? Shouldn't I be killing raiders and rogues and bosses only by now? I'm still trying to kill scavs because I've progressed beyond it. I've been able to do enough quests outside of those ones that have allowed me to achieve endgame gear. And now that I've done all those quests, the quests that I do have left over are, hey, go back to the beginning of the game. I shouldn't have been able to get past that. I shouldn't get endgame quests without having to do all the first quests, So yeah, I'm kind of losing my interest in Tarkov right now, and I'm not burnt out. That's the other thing. I'm not burnt out. I want to play more stuff, but there's nothing to play. It's all being forced. Like I can't choose to do it because there's no reward from doing it. And I feel like that's just a balance that they didn't quite figure out yet, It's all preference, though. 556 is pretty underpowered in this game. Well, that's a challenge of the tasking, but still don't have to do any of that. Alternatively, a lot of people, when they get to this point, reset their account and just start over. Yeah, and I have a hard time doing stuff like that, I've said this in the past, like if I play a game and I beat a game and then somebody wants me to play that game with them, I have a hard time playing something, I have a hard time going backwards. I just don't find that, interesting to me. Like I don't find it appealing, I beat Need for Speed Underground 1. I beat Need for Speed Underground 2. Hey, you should play Underground 1. I've already beaten it. Why would I play it again? I've literally got all the cars. I bought everything for them. I maxed out all their performance. I beat all the best times in Underground 1. I literally finished the whole game. I'm not going to play it again. I have no interest in redoing what I've already accomplished. It's like I can't get better at something that's already been complete. I eat my, yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out how to revitalize myself with this game. And yeah, the M4, it's not like, and this goes to what I'm talking about with my meta of the game, is that the M4, there are things that are stronger than the M4, but they all lose on every single aspect after that. Like for instance, I love my SA-58, but it weighs 1.5 kilo more than my M4, which when I use grenades puts me overweight, which means I can't level up my endurance at the start of a raid without dropping my backpack and running around in circles. Because you can't build endurance when you're overweight. It makes no sense, It's just a lot of the balance of the game. It just makes no sense. Like mag drills. I have 400 hours of packing mags. I'm a bad shot, so I miss a lot. So I'm packing mags all the time, just packing mags. I'm level 7 after 400 hours. I'm not going to go sit in a raid and pack mags and then unpack, and then pack mags and then unpack, and then pack mags and then unpack, and then pack mags and unpack, and feel like I'm accomplishing anything. So I don't like the idea of cheesing stuff. Metabolism is the only skill in this game that is balanced right now. It's quite literally the only skill in the whole game that is balanced. It's maxed out. It's the only one I have maxed out. Why? Why don't I have strength maxed out? Why don't I have endurance? Oh, well, you got to run around without a backpack. That's not how that works, though. Why is metabolism the only one that's balanced to the idea of, as you do it every single raid, you're building it up big time? But yeah, the only way to build up my mag drills is to literally sit and raid for 15 minutes and pack mags, because this is a skill I gotta level up. Hold on, guys. Let me learn how to pack a mag. Okay, learned, done. Why is that taking longer than feeding myself the proper nutrition? You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense. You know, you can only build endurance when you're underweight. That's not how endurance works. Endurance would be breathing techniques while you're out running. So running out of stamina in the game would actually go against the idea of endurance, because you're not learning how to endure something, you know? So believe me, I'm a biker. I've done running in my life. I've gone from barely being able to run a mile to being able to run 5 miles a day. I've gone from doing less than 6 miles a day on a bike to doing almost 30 miles a day on a bike. I know what it's like to build up endurance, and you don't build it up by having to be less weight. That's not how that works. It's not right, you know. So mag drills, it should be every freaking bullet that I pack in should be leveling me up, you know. And if I want to cheese, you know, not cheese, but if I want to miss a lot by shooting a lot, well, then that's my prerogative, you know. But I would have to shoot the gun to reset the idea that I am packing mags properly. Because I know they added the soft cap so people can't just build up a skill in a single raid and stuff, but the whole point of that is you should be out shooting. If somebody wants to go into a raid and shoot a gun, blah, 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 and then pack that mag and then shoot it, blah, 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 well, they have the possibility of being ambushed by, you know, bosses, goons, scavs, PMCs, but they're also going to be able to build up their mag drills because they're actually utilizing the magazines. They're not just packing and unpacking and packing and unpacking. Because packing a magazine is not a skill that anyone would have a hard time learning. It's not hard to put a bullet into a magazine. I don't own guns, but I've packed mags in real life. It's not hard. Why is it harder than learning nutrition? That metabolism, again, it's the only skill in the game that is balanced right now. Literally the only skill in the game that is balanced. And it's the one skill most people level up the fastest because you're eating and drinking all the time. Well, that's not my fault that the game requires me to eat and drink 50 times a raid. But I do have to pack my mag 50 times a raid too. Why is my mag drills not leveling up? So, you know, I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried that 1.0 is, it's just a wipe. We're getting a new map. They're finishing the story. They're calling it 1.0, and they're going to move on. We might get DLC 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years later. Yeah, I'm very worried. I'm worried on the side of, like, the gamer side. Like, I'm not worried in my life. Like, I don't care. You know, but it does seem a little fishy that after, you know, what is it, 14 years, they still haven't figured out how to balance basic skills. It shouldn't take them 14 years to figure out how fast mag drills should take to level up to 51. It shouldn't take 14 years to figure out how much surgery you should be doing in the game. It shouldn't take 14 years to figure out time to kill needs to be increased by 3 to 4 times the length, so that this way we have to heal more, do more surgery, bring in more ammo, pack mags more. This is, I'm just a gamer. I'm not a developer. Oh shit, oh shit. So yeah, I'm just kind of losing my interest, man. Hey, hey, oh! What the fuck? Go, 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 go. I have no idea where they're at. Alright, I think I'm done. Endurance works however they say it works. False. I don't believe that they've balanced endurance correctly. I don't believe that at all. Not even remotely close. If metabolism can be built up to level 51 within a couple hundred hours, but I only have mag drills level 7, what are you talking about? What do you like? How? Tell me the balance in that. Within their own game, tell me the balance of surgery. Tell me the balance of repairs. Tell me the balance of healing, vitality. Tell me the balance of endurance, strength. What are they based on? What is the balance based on? Can anybody tell me? I pack mags way more than I eat and drink in the game. Why is my mag drills level 7, my metabolism level 51? Is that because metabolism works the way they say it? No. It's actually because it levels up the way it should level up in the time you spend in the game. It makes sense. After a couple hundred hours, you're done with that skill, because after a couple hundred hours of eating and drinking, you should have mastered it. You should have figured out how, you know what I mean? So again, the idea being that the game has skills you can level up. Leveling up those skills takes you doing certain things. But if there's also wipes in the game for PvP, what is the point of the skills? Shouldn't they just remove the skills and then everyone just plays that way? Why have a leveling system if it's not balanced to some sort of outcome? So with PvE, and the reason why I can bring this up, PvP versus PvE, with PvP you have a wipe system. So why not just wipe the skill system out and just let people play as basic PMCs with skills that are just natural? Everyone's neutral or whatever, And there's no reason to level up skills because in the end, they don't matter. They're just going to be wiped anyway, you know? You're just playing through their loot system, their, you know, task system, whatever. But when it comes down to balancing a game, you can't have one skill in the game be completely mastered in a couple hundred hours and then another skill that is used more often than that one be I don't know, 10 times less leveled up. You can't say that's balanced no matter how you look at it. There's no way that can be proven. And the argument, it's how they say it is, that's not a good way to think about game development at all. Like you don't want to think about the, you know, well, if the devs say that's how it is, then that's how it is. Then why is it not released yet? Why is the game not released? Because they say it's not released. That's all. So I don't believe in that. A dev can say anything they want. Doesn't mean it's just true. There's got to be a you know, like not an argument, but there's got to be a conversation about it. If tomorrow they said, 1.0, it's done, would people really believe that? Because they say it's 1.0, it's now 1.0? No. I don't believe that. I've seen developers do this in the past, so I have experience in this. I know what it's like for a developer to go, yeah, we're done trying to figure this out, so we're just going to call it done. That doesn't mean it's done, because you haven't provided the argument that it's done. So adding terminal and saying 1.0 is done, and the skills are going to be heavily imbalanced, PvP is still going to have wipes going on, well, you haven't finished it then. That's not 1.0. That's you just saying 1.0 to say it. I can say that too. If I made a game right now of a ball that rolls down a hill, and I've only made uphills, you know, where the ball has to roll up a hill, I could, yeah, it's done. But the game's called Roll a Ball Down a Hill, and you only put uphills in it. Yeah, but I say it's done. What's the argument then? You know, escape from Tarkov is to escape. So they make terminal. We can now escape Tarkov, and now it's just done. Well, no, you still got to balance everything that was in the game still. You know, there's a lot of stuff in the game. There's a lot of gear that has no value. There's a lot of ammo that has no value. There's a lot of guns that have no value. So to just say you're done because you want to say you're done is not a good way to do game development, in my eyes. You know, it'd being like, yeah, I'm gonna do a portrait of a person, and then I draw a stick figure and go, there's the portrait. Well, that's not a portrait. It doesn't look like the person. Just because you say it looks like the person doesn't mean it looks like the person. So it's something that a lot of game developers get away with. They could just say something and people believe it because it's their game. But it's not their game, it's our game. We buy it. They make it for people to play. The players are the most important. Without the players, they would just be making something for no reason at all. If the point was to make Tarkov so that they can pay, have the funds to make their Russia 2028, well, then the only reason they're able to do that is because of us. So our point of view and our conversation about the game is more important than just their creation of it. Because if they get no sales, what was the point? Well, we want to make this game to sell so that we can make this game. All right. Well, now that you are selling it to somebody, you have to take that feedback and make it mean something, you know? So again, I don't believe the idea that I'm leveled out on metabolism. This is balanced, and this is balanced. These two are balanced exactly the same. These are balanced exactly the same. These are balanced exactly the same. Intellect is balanced to exactly the same as attention. mag drills is balanced the exact same as surgery? Well, I pack more mags in the game than I ever do surgery. Why is my surgery higher than mag drills? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. What is the argument there? What is the conversation? Well, because you don't do as much surgery, we have to level that up faster. Yeah, but I pack my mags more than I eat and drink in a game. So why is mag drills not done, but metabolism is done? What's the counterpoint there? There isn't one. It's called imbalance. It's called you don't know how to do the math. And I'm completely fine with developers admitting that. But developers don't admit it because there's enough people that, that's the way they want it to be. But there's got to be a reason for it, you know? So, like I said, I feel like game developers get away with a lot of unfinished business because they can use it as a cop out of, well, that's just how our game plays. But then why is metabolism here? Why is stress resistance here? Why is health here? Why is vitality here? You can't put a bunch of skills into a game and do a bunch of random math and be like, well, that's what we chose it to be. Well, what was the reason behind that? It's what we choose. And the choice came from what reasoning? There is no reason. So then remove it. There has to be a reason for it. There has to be a reason this is done and this is not done. There has to be a reason this is done and this is not done. I've packed way more magazines than I've ate and drank in the game. I've searched way more loot than I've packed in the game. I've definitely done covert movement way more. Level 1. I'm supposed to spend 8,000 hours to build up covert movement? Well, what's the point of covert movement then? Like, what are you talking about here? Melee is a skill. What is the point of melee? It's a shooter game. I'm supposed to run around for 8 million years going, let me stab this. Oh, I died. Well, why'd you die? Well, he has a gun and I brought a freaking stabby tool. Like what do you, how do you make that argument? Yeah, we added the melee skill so that people can melee better. Okay, but the enemies have guns and they can see you from 50 meters, 100 meters out. How does that make any sense? Well, it doesn't have to. It's our game. But it does have to. You added it in a shooter game. There should be something here where I can throw my knife, or maybe if I have melee, I can do some cool juke moves or something. So as they're shooting, I can do something that would incorporate the reasoning behind having melee in a shooter game. There's a reason why you have starter cars in racing games, and there's a reason why you have hypercars in racing games. If you can't tune a lower end car or build it up or save money to build it up, you buy the hypercar, which is already done, which is already tuned, and you use that. You have both means of getting the same thing done. This game doesn't have that. A lot of what's in this game is severely, if not completely, imbalanced to the nature of itself. Hideout management is level 17. I'm almost done with my hideout. The only thing that's left is crafting, but crafting's right here. So how does hideout management have anything to do with crafting when crafting already has its own skill? That makes no sense. By crafting items, I'm doing hideout management. Craftable items have nothing to do with hideout management. So how can I be done with my hideout? I have, a couple more things to do in my hideout. It's level 17. Well, how do I build out hideout management? I do crafting. But crafting's over here. Yeah, well, crafting builds up crafting and hideout management. in what way does crafting make any sense towards hideout management when the hideout's completed? If my hideout's completed, I've managed the hideout. So there's many points to be made here that a lot of what's in the game doesn't make sense. You know, it's mainly just, okay, you know, you do a quest for pistols and that's it. Would you use a pistol to go out and fight goons? No. You can choose to, but should you? No. Because there's no means to an actual reasoning behind that. And because it's a game, people like to say, well, you know, because it's a game, you could choose and all that stuff. But just because it's a game, that's not a good reason for putting yourself into a situation you wouldn't actually put yourself into. You know? There's a reason why people play PvP with some of the best gear in the game. Some of the best players in the game don't run, you know, melee only because they're really good, because they know there would be no reason to run a melee weapon in a PvP game where people can shoot you. Why would anyone do that? You know? So most of them don't. You can choose to, yes. That's beyond the point. But you wouldn't actively do it as a way to play the game. So what's it in the game for? To just be in the game? So like I said, there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of missing reason to why a lot of the stuff in Tarkov is in Tarkov. You know, people want to ask for more guns, but nobody wants to ask for the balance of the guns. People want to ask for more gear, yet nobody wants to talk about the fact that most of the gear is imbalanced to the gear that's already in the game. What people are mostly asking for is, we want guns that are better than what we have. We want gear that's better than what we have. But we already have a lot of gear in the game. Most of it just goes unused because it actually has no reason to be in the game other than we added something to the game. So again, my argument for any game being developed is there's a reason for it. If there's no reason for it, remove it. And if you can remove it because there's no reason, well, then you should be able to balance out the game better after that. And that's what this game has. It has a lot of content that is severely imbalanced to itself. I can add a bunch of cars to the game, but if they're not faster than the cars I need to win, what is the point of adding the cars? There's got to be a means to an end. That's what games are essentially for, you know? Even Elden Ring has done this. Even most Dark Souls games do this. There's a means to an end. You can level up. You can out-level things. You know, RPG games, MMOs, they all do this. But Tarkov seemingly, you know, like it's one of those games that they get away with it for some odd reason. And it's weird. There's no argument for it to be like the way it is, other than they haven't figured it out. You know, as a famous Rockstar developer once said, if you can't balance your game, it's because you don't know the math to do it. You don't know how long someone should be playing your game, so you create imbalance and thus chalk it up as, well, that's how our game is. That's wrong. It's better to admit you don't know what you're doing and say we're going to work on that than to say, well, that's just how we want the game to be played, even though it doesn't make sense. I put my peanut butter and jelly on the outside of the bread, and then I eat it that way. Why? Well, because that's my sandwich. Okay. It doesn't need to be done that way. So why would you do it that way? Well, it's my sandwich. All right. No, I totally get that. But if you're making a sandwich for other people, you wouldn't do that. It's why nobody does that. It's why no parents go, I'm going to put the peanut butter on this side and then flip it over, put the jelly on the other side, and then give that to my kid in a baggie. Well, now it's going to stick to the bag. The kid's going to take the sandwich out. Their hands are going to be sticky and shit. Now the parent has to clean it up. You know? So, like I said, there's just certain things that game developers seemingly get away with because it's a game, and it just makes no sense. I think people are just very okay with being like, well, I don't have an argument for it, so I'm just going to leave it be. That's fine. You can admit that. I admit that when I don't have an argument for the reason for why a game is done the way it's done. But this one, I do have an argument for it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that I have metabolism finished, yet I do other stuff in this game more than eating and drinking. What are you talking about? That makes no sense. So yeah, I just keep repeating myself. I've just been doing this far too long to not be able to have a you know, a way to talk about this. Four for prepper. PM pistols. AK-74. Oh, you're supposed to preload my hideout. What's the point of preloading my hideout if you didn't preload my... What's the reason behind it? Oh, proven wrong yet again. Yeah, we're gonna preload your hideout, so why when I come in my hideout, it's gotta load still? Gran Turismo figured this out over 10 years ago. Why are you guys still trying to figure it out? It's already been done. Preload means I don't have to load. You silly gooses. PMCs will wear Alpaca and 6B47. Okay. Alright, well, we'll work on that tomorrow. I think I'm going to get out of here. I think I have food. I don't know if I just smelled somebody else doing something. Or... Did I get the M4 I just turned in back? My reward was the M4 I turned in. Alright, we're just going to throw this down here for now. I think this might... Yep. Running out of water filters. And I don't think this one's gonna last. Yeah, 25 hours. Alright. Leave that there. Hand drill. Okay, I got the hand drill from the scav. Okay. Sell that. Alright, well, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate everyone playing it casual. I'll be back on tomorrow. It's gonna be a slow one until November, though. I think I should be able to complete that pack of 6B47, though. PMC operatives while wearing that. Any location, too? Yeah, we'll be able to finish that. That's not too hard. After that, Punisher 6 while using an SVD. Then there goes the 7 bear and USEC dog tags we got ready to go. So we'll be done with Punisher. We might be able to finish Punisher tomorrow. We'll just do some local raids because it spawns a lot more PMCs. Okay, I think that's it. Double deucing out of here. Up.
Hail to the king, baby.